Good morning, my wonderful friends. Hopefully, everybody's okay out there. It has been very, very snowy, very cold. I would say this is the blizzard of 2026. So, I hope you're wrapped up. Nice warm binky, some coffee, some cocoa, some friends, some loved ones. Got them on the horn, got them on chat, got them on the phone, got them close to your heart. Watch out for them. The elderly, got to check on them, call them up, see if they're doing all right. They should have already had food and supplies before now. All right. Things are kind of tight. I got them packed in there today. So make sure they're all right. Check on your parents, your siblings, your children. Make sure everybody's okay. That's what family and community is all about. That's what I'm hopefully trying to do with you, checking in with you, making sure you're all right. There's nothing too much I can do for you, but try to keep you cheered up, make some happy accidents, cook some good food, some healthy, good food, and be entertaining for the next couple of hours. That's what I'm giving to you. So thank you for being here. Thank you for tuning in the big blizzard. Hope you're all right. Hope everything's all right. Got no leaks in the house. The pipes haven't froze. We've had -10-degree temperatures. We're going to have -3, -6, then wind chills all the rest of the week. I have no appointments. If I had an appointment, I'd cancel it. It is going to be funky, nasty out there. So watch what you do. If you got to go out, prep beforehand. You've heard me say this. You're all grown adults. Make sure you layer up so you can unlayer. Don't get all hot and sweaty shoveling the snow or shoveling off the car. Just try to stay a warm temperature. You get all sweaty and everything else. When you start cooling down, you're going to get cold. You're going to get sick. It's going to set into you. You're not going to be able to warm back up very easily, and it's going to be dangerous, really dangerous. And if you go out, make sure you put a water bottle or two in your pocket because they will freeze in the car, truck, whatever you got. With some snacks, some miscellaneous little snacks, some sugary snacks are a good point. This is a good time to have sugary snacks. Some protein bars and some healthy food too would be nice, but if you ain't got it, I understand. And try to, be careful. Pack a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I heard somebody, I forget who it was, that said they hated peanut butter and jelly. I love peanut butter and jelly. Love it, love, 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 love. So for those out there missing on one of the greatest things on earth, peanut butter and jelly, Peter Pan's peanut butter, and Smucker's jelly, it is wonderful. So I wish you the best out there. So other than that, guys, how in the world are you holding up? How in the world? Some of you got to go to work today. I got family that had to go to work today. So you had to fight the weather. I peeked outside today. I heard tinkering on the windows. It means we're getting some icicles, some sleet, and some stuff like that. It looks like, I looked out the back door, and it looks like the neighbor's roof has got about 5 or 6 inches on it. I looked out the front of the house, out of the game room, the my office, and it looks like there's 5 or 6 inches on my car, all around it, everything else. And we still got snow coming all the rest of the day. All the rest of the day. So be careful out there, and you know what to do. Let the kids go out there and play when it's 24 out today, 25, but not when it's in the negative numbers. Frosties, frostbite comes on, all that kind of stuff. And getting those negative numbers is just flat out dangerous. You shouldn't be out. Unless you're bundled up in Carhartts and you're ready to rock and roll and take over the universe. At least the snowverse. So just keep your wits about you. Keep your wits about you. As you see, oh, well, you can't see now. I moved it. I got water run. I got a case of water. We're into the worst of it. AEP called me the other day on stream and says, be careful driving when you're out and about. That's the number one reason why people lose power is people hitting poles. So they are right. They have the statistics and everything else. So if you ain't got to go out, guys, don't go out. You should have got your shit beforehand and been prepared like responsible adults. But if something comes up, oh, hell, that's understandable too. Just think about it when you go out. All the shelves, everything's been hit in the head. So it's hard to say what people got. I had the Kroger's putting out ads, sales this weekend. It's a disaster out there. It's a blizzard. So they're going to lose revenue. They got food going bad. It's sitting there and that kind of thing. So they should have thought ahead a little bit too. So no mercy on the big corporates. So what else is happening? Other than that, guys, my good friend Dan set up and built in Minecraft. He got tied up yesterday morning, all forgiven. And I had a decent time in Minecraft, putzing around and doing the kind of slack jaw kind of stuff going on. And got some stuff done. I made some torches and some pickaxes and some axes. That was my hour and a half. Dan got in there after he got situated into all the errands and everything he had to do. I think yesterday was Valentine's Day too, guys, if you forgot. So with that, he got situated with what he had to do, and he built a cottage down by the ocean and put torches, lit the way, gave me coordinates to where the house was, had a little boat to cross the river, and it was awesome. I finally got there at about 12:30 midnight. I got there at the little cottage after being killed a dozen times, and it was beautiful. It was beautiful. He did a fabulous job on it. Absolutely fabulous. So it's ready for company. People come and visit. Mr. James, Mrs. Liza. I think we can get her into playing Minecraft. I'll have to talk to her. So it'll be a good break. It'll be a good family night kind of thing. So we'll have to wait some time till people get freed up and things get situated, but we'll have to see. Very, very nicely done, Dan. Very nice. Thank you for doing that. See what else. So I got that. So then I ended up shutting everything down, moving all my gear into the kitchen. Give you a rundown of the gear. I have my tripod 4K. It had to be kicked down to 1080p because OBS didn't like it. So plus, I don't think Twitch takes anything higher unless you're authorized. I found out later. You're authorized to send a higher frame rate or a higher uh, definition, definition. So they want you at 1080p. So it's in there. So that was situated. That's the camera looking at me. And this is my walking stick from backpacking for years and years and years. See where it says tracks on it? It says tracks. This thing has gone all over Ohio with me. So with that, I had my old camera. We all remember the old camera, and put it on top of it, screwed it in, and this adjusts up and down. So it's a pole, so I can. That's what I use on the barbecuing out there, and what I've been using is a stick. And I got to point it here, and then when I want to move it over to the stove, I can just turn it, and we'll have the diversity. And that camera over there will stay stationary. Somebody brought up, a point of view camera, something that's locked in, doing good in one spot. I think this is what I've thought of after experimenting with it and trying a few things out. This is what I came up with. Any ideas, suggestions, comments, advice? Let me have it. Throw it down in Discord, throw it down in chat. I don't mind. We'll try to do better. So this is a work in progress. So this morning we got a few things going on. Now, what we got going on here is these vegetables are 2 weeks old, and I've taken well care of them in the fridge with the temperature turned down to make them colder and to take care of them till they last longer. We're going to have a few bad spots. We're going to have some wrinkles on the pepper, but it's what it was without buying a whole bunch of new food because Kroger's screwed up. Their computers went down that first weekend. I was at a stream a cooking show on the 11th, and their computers went down. I waited 2.5 hours to get the food. They called me up when I was outside, said, "Hey, it ain't happening. It's not gonna happen until 7 o'clock." And by then it was like 4:30. I've been done waiting all afternoon in their parking lot with the car running, burning up gas. So ended up coming back home. They called, made arrangements, not that night, but the following morning to pick it up first thing before it got crazy hectic with all the people trying to get their groceries from the day before. So that put us a week out. So that put us into the following week, which would have been the 18th. Calculator going this morning. last Sunday, and we made a nice little meals and nice little vegetables, and we did our thing. We made some mac and cheese. It was very good. I like the mac and cheese a lot, and we walked away from that one. Well, this weekend we are having this Bachelor Cooking Sunday. Let me read off to you the recipes. And I got a printer. Of course, it had a fiasco too. It had a hole punched in the side of it from FedEx. And the guy in the notes said that I bought it from said, if you open it, I'm not accepting a return. So I had to get a hold of him, send pictures. He says, we'll give it a try, open it up, see what happens. And basically from there, it worked. It's been working. So what day was that, guys? That was that was uh that was Wednesday, I think. Yes, Wednesday, I think. Was it Wednesday? I had streamed the next day. It was Thursday. Thursday morning, early AM, like after midnight, because I didn't stream on Wednesday. It came Wednesday. I had to wait to get the message back from the guy and the authorization to open it. And so I did that when I got up from my light sleep. So I've had it. I printed some stuff out. It worked. This is my test papers. I said, I got to print this out. Let me print this out. So I printed it out. So we're going to go through it. The first thing is we have over here, we have a crunchy vegetable wrap. We have 4 tablespoons of low-fat cream cheese that's in the fridge. I'll get it. 1/3 a tablespoon of ranch dressing. That's expensive anymore. Ranch dressing is expensive. 1/4 cup of broccoli chopped. Do you think I went overboard on the broccoli, guys? This is a monster. I'll be doing some sheet pan broccoli later on today or tomorrow. Okay. 1/4 cup of carrots peeled, sliced, and grated. I have that pre-done for me. 1/4 cup of zucchini cut in small strips. I got some of these. I had to go back Thursday and pick some of these up. I have been so busy this week. 1/4 cup of yellow summer squash. Yellows, I love these. I'll fry them up if I don't use what I don't use today. They'll be marvelous. I may just throw them in there with the broccoli and bacon with some olive oil, some salt and pepper on them. It'll be spectacular. Half a tomato dice that's in the fridge. 1/8 a cup of green bell pepper. The bell pepper has seen better days. Those just don't last that long. 2 tablespoons of chives, chopped fine. I couldn't find no chives, so I got a can of it. 2 flour tortillas. I got wheat tortillas. Okay, so that's what we got here. It says wash hands. The government says wash your fingers. I got this from the USDA website for healthy meals. This is a value meal. All this was very reasonably priced. All this stuff, all the vegetables. In a small bowl, stir the ranch dressing into cream cheese. Chill. Wash and chop vegetables. Steam broccoli and microwave for 1 minute with 1 tablespoon of water. I got all kinds of stuff in front of the microwave, so we'll have to work on that. Of water, spread cream cheese onto flour tortilla, staying 1 inch away from the edge. Sprinkle vegetables over cream cheese. Roll tortilla tightly. Chill for 1 to 2 hours before serving. So we're going to make this. We'll throw it in the fridge. We'll make the mac, the beefy mac. And wherever we're at, an hour, hour and a half after that is where we're going to be. So we're not going to worry about chilling it for 2 days. It says here, be creative, the notes. And you can get these recipes. I posted them in Discord. Be creative. Try different vegetables, herbs, and spices. For example, try green beans, ugh, lettuce, radishes, corn, dill, oregano, basil, mint, curry, or chili powder. You can substitute pre-made flavored cream cheeses such as chive, herb, and vegetable. Try a sweet cream cheese and add fruit to your wrap for a different twist. This wrap is great for soups or salad or served with a cool summer appetizer. That is wonderful. Good morning, Dan. I found the beautiful house by the ocean last night. I got up at like 11, about 11:30. I finally made it over there after dying a few times, and it is beautiful. You did a fabulous job on that. Thank you so very, very much. It's so much more fun now to have little, little house, little home. So it's going to be great. Thank you. Okay, I got more wires everywhere. Okay, so this here, beefy macaroni and cheese. 3/4 pound of ground beef, 90% lean. 1.5 cups of water. 1 cup of macaroni uncooked. 1 can, 14.5 ounces of diced tomatoes. So we got our, pardon me, I don't want that. Hold the show. Stop the show. The big value deal. Well, that's what we want. Eating smart seasoning mix, 1/2 cup of shredded cheese in the fridge. Salt optional to taste. So wash hands in soap. That's what the government wants you to do. Brown ground beef in a large skillet. Drain the fat. We got paper towels. We'll just sop it up. Add water, macaroni, tomatoes, and seasoning mix and stir. Bring to a boil, reduce heat to low to simmer, cover for 15 to 20 minutes or until macaroni is tender. Remove from heat and add 1/2 cup of grated cheese. Oh, let me go ahead and do that. I should be able to do that. Taste in a small amount of salt is needed. Refrigerate leftovers. Pardon me, my friends. I have to start to Minecraft up on my console. I do not have a monitor in there. So this might not work. Let this boot. I'm in the stream room. Then just my console sitting here. I run the monitor through my laptop. I need to buy a monitor. One day I will. After all these marvelous video games. All right, Dan, I did the best I could, brother. I have no monitor. I did it off memory. So if it's not there, I got no way to see it until I hook the laptop back into it. So let me know. Let me know. I run it through a HDVI high def video input, a capture card. Then I run it out of the capture card into my laptop and I play off the OBS screen that I have the capture card picked out of the whole list of software, and I project it on the OBS that projects it to you guys, and I see the same thing. So this is the best I can do there. Sorry. Sorry. All right. So that's what we got going on. Now, I have here coordinates to my new abode. I wrote it down on this. I was like, I'm going to make it here if it kills me. And by golly, I got my butt kicked by zombies. Okay, eating smart seasoning mix, which is what we have some here. We have 1¼ teaspoons of black pepper. That's the red one. 1 tablespoon of garlic powder. Garlic powder. 2 tablespoons of dried parsley flakes. Dried parsley flakes. 3/4 a cup of dried minced onions. 2 cups of non-fat dried milk, which I don't know how that's going to make it feel. That's where I screwed up last weekend. It was supposed to be for this weekend. Had to throw away all that cheese. That was like $2 or $1.50, $2 worth of cheese. It says, this is a government thing again. Wash your hands with soap and water. Combine all ingredients. Store in an airtight container. Use in recipes as indicated. Our cheesy beefy mac says use it in that recipe. Now, I never saw how much it said to use, which I thought about this morning. Half eating smart seasoning mix. Half of it. That's a lot. We'll do it. So that's going to be our seasoning. So we're going to mix up some of that. And that is what we're up to. All right. Seasoning mix. So what in the world has gone on this week? I usually use Sunday because I don't play any music. I have a recap, quick, hopefully quick. I usually get pretty overblown. It gets bloated. Quick recap of the week. Monday, I was exhausted. I rested. First, I cleaned the house, which being exhausted, I didn't do the best job in the world, but I did a couple loads of laundry, swept them off the floor, scrubbed down the toilet in the bathroom, the shower, all that stuff. So I took care of that, and then I clambered my way onto the couch, turned on the heating pad I have there, and put it on my back and my neck with a big old thing of water, and I passed out for, I don't know, a couple hours, an hour at a time. I wake up in a jolt, and then my adrenaline gets going, and I relax and go back to sleep for an hour, hour and a half, wake up in a jolt. So that was my Monday. Most days when I rest, that's what happens. I got issues. And to find out those issues, Tuesday, I went to West Virginia before the big storm, the big blizzard, and basically from there, seen my psychiatrist, case manager. I saw my psychiatrist. I waved at him. He's the one that kind of set all this up. And sat down with the case manager, and she was smart. She was not my friend. She was professional, and she did a thorough job of interrogating my little brain. She wanted to know, what my traumas were, what my stories were, what was my work history, what was my medical history, what was surgeries and stuff like that, and medications that I'm on. And she wanted to know When I was partying, carrying on, acting a fool, it's well known I was a bit of a wild child, a lot of a wild child. When I was in my 20s, after I got separated, divorced from my ex-wife, I went wild. From raising two kids and taking care of a wife to free, I traversed the United States and Canada, and I had one hell of a good time doing it. Work paid for it. I soaked up the company credit card, racked it up. I had a good time. Well, long and behold, one of my traumas, I was harassed at work. It was a cult like harassment, is what my therapist calls it. And they were really awful people. Two different companies affiliated with each other. For a year, I went from one to the other, and it was awful. It was the worst experience, one of the worst experiences I've had in my life. I had worse since then. So that was pretty bad. And she wanted to know all that, everything else. Wanted to know how much I was drinking, if I smoked any weed, if I did anything other recreational drugs, if I drank shampoo. I think that was one of the questions. Have you drunk soap? No, I have not drunk soap. People, what are you doing? I never sniffed no cans of paint neither. So I went through that. The office was hot and steamy. It was steamy. She was pointed and on point, and the lights flashed like trying to hypnotize me, flashing. She said it was the power company. I said I'd have to call them. I've never heard of that. She needs new lights. And it was awful. And after about a half hour of that, I wanted to go. I was done. But it lasted for 3 hours, 3 hours and 15 minutes, 3.5 hours. Took a half hour to get there, half hour to get home, and I was wiped out by the time I got here. I ended up dealing with phone calls and taking care of bills and a whole bunch of other stuff. And finally, de-stressed when or started calming down enough to go to sleep uh, Tuesday evening of this week. Wednesday, all long and behold, Wednesday, I got up with a fire in my belly and my ass was on fire. It was therapy day, so I went 3 minutes down the road here to the where the emergency room is. My doctor's office or my therapist office are in the hospital. So I went down there and was wound up with this lady. I said, you know, Alice Salim, the guy that murdered a woman from Craigslist and her unborn child by injecting heroin in him and did a whole bunch of horrible things. I said, and injected heroin into his patients. I said, that worked at Woodlands, that Hopewell, the company that I go to the therapy at, bought Woodlands, so I'm going technically to the same place. I seen the guy where I go to the hospital at. That murderer. He's in prison now, thank God for small miracles. And I said, they classified that as a trauma. Why didn't you do it? I was irritated. So he's like, defense mode because it's associated with his company. And they didn't tell nobody what happened with Salim or anything else or nothing. They did it was horrible. What they did was horrible. I'm gonna write it in my book. I'm gonna have to just knuckle down and write that book for sure. If it's the last thing I do, if they beat me over the head with it. And got out of there. He calmed me down, pacified me, gave me a squishy star, and I was like, it's gonna be the way it is. This is
When you're
what
in a fire team and you've got a Titan or a Warlock with you, you gotta, go easy on them. They're helping too, after a fashion.
Thank you for the follow. Thank you. I can't see the name from here. I'm an old unk. I'm literally a good uncle. I take care of my nieces and nephews. Thank you for the follow. I just can't see with the name on it. So thank you very much. Welcome in, friend. And Turned back around from there. Uh, turn. He calmed me down. I said, "It'll be the way. This is. It'll be what it is. It is what it is." And the young lady, the lady from Tuesday, the case manager, had that tattooed on her wrist. And I just was, it's one hell of a coincidence. One hell of a coincidence. So, I don't know. So that was Wednesday. Thursday, did a double stream. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Hung out with everybody Thursday morning, did our thing. I think we played, what did we play Thursday? We played Minecraft. I ended up, the chat was awesome. I ended up getting my Xbox X because Microsoft wanted to charge me $10 a month for the essential membership, or $29.99 a month for the Game Pass membership or whatever it's called, and for the Ultimate Rob You Blind membership, $49.99, spanking me all the way to the bank. I was like, I just want Minecraft. I just want Minecraft. And that didn't work out with going through PC app, the Microsoft Xbox app, the PC version. So it pissed me off. I said, they're trying to, this game isn't worth $10 a month. They're trying to sucker me into it. I was like, it pissed me off. And I told Chad, I said, oh, well, off stream, then it just blew over me. And I said, well, I'm going to do it right now. My camera wasn't working right. It was all dark. People hung out with me. I couldn't get that fixed during stream. I fixed it afterwards. And I got my Xbox X, the one that Dean just asked me about. I set it in there in the game room. I had a capture card. I plugged it all in, figured out how to plug it back into it, plugged it into my laptop, got it situated, got it fired up. And then I had to figure out the software on which software in OBS would pick up the capture card and project it into us. I had to build the scene and everything else. And chat was wonderful. They hung with me. They just hung out. I said, well, I see Leopard working on stuff and other people working on stuff. I said, I can do this. I'll just do it now. And they were wonderful. Thank you, chat. Thank you. I'm very, very thankful. And we got that situated. Finally got the software situated. No sound. So we played it. So Dane and I played it. I don't know. I tooled around. He gave me a whole bunch of tools, built me a little shelter so I can play, so I have some place to sleep and all that kind of stuff. It was wonderful. So turned back around from there. Thursday night was game night with family and friends. During the day, I ended up getting the sound to work on the capture card so I could play other games and everything else. I never could get the sound to work on it and do all that kind of stuff. Got the camera fixed with the lighting, as you can see. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. So got it fixed. Then game night with family and friends. Thursday night, run until about 11 o'clock thereof. Played Destiny, played the dungeon. Dan hung out with us. The good mod Dan. Thank you, Dan. And turned back around from there. We made it through. We didn't get no. I didn't get the bow, the exotic bow, and he didn't get the dark taking crystal. But we had fun going through it, and he got to do a lot of stuff and a lot of the mechanics of it, and he learned more of it, and he was very happy. So that's James's one night to play, and he gets a lot of enjoyment out of it. And I try to make it about him and his family, which is my family too. So it's a little bit about me too. But I try to make it about them. Let him have some fun. And he has been great with the co-host, everything else. He's marvelous. So the kids have been on there. My sister's been on there. It's been one hell of a good thing. So I really enjoy it. So that happened. Friday I took off because I was up for 24 hours, and Saturday did a little bit of Minecraft. It was a request of a mod, so I played Minecraft, had the sound, doing stuff, and got whooped on. tried my very best, and I made like two or three pickaxes, two or three axes, and I got some sticks, and I chopped down a bunch of trees and went through all that, and basically, uh, I started off just wanting to build torches. I just wanted to build a torch. I said just torches, and I had to go through all that to uh, uh, build my torches. So got it done, got some torches built. Then on my quest on the way to the new house that Dean built for everybody in Minecraft, he's a good guy, and I got killed in the middle of nowhere by the ocean, and my stuff is on some mountain somewhere, probably never to be seen again. So that was that story of Saturday, and here we are Sunday. So we're gonna make it the best, the blizzard of 2026, hanging out with each other. Well, thank you. Off Chase, thank you. We are making, and we're going to get into it in just a moment here, crunchy vegetable wraps. We got some, I got to make sure I don't trip on the wires. We got some crunchy vegetable wraps. We got some squash and some zucchini. Zucchini. I went overboard and bought a little too many uh, broccolis and bought some carrots. Now these are a couple weeks old, so they look a little rough because I had a problem with the store with pickup, but we're gonna make it anyhow. We get some flour tortilla or some wheat tortillas for being healthy. Now what we need to get out of here is we need to get the cream cheese, the low fat. We're doing the value meals, healthy kind of thing. We get the 1/3 less fat. Hopefully it tastes good. It used to low fat stuff didn't used to taste for like nothing. It was horrible. Let's see. Tomato. Get the tomato out of here. Uh, get this. The pros say never put tomatoes in there. I did. Don't put them in the fridge. So we set this here. Let's see what we got to do here. We got to get us a bowl. I've never made this recipe before, so it's all new. Most of the recipes I do is all new. Just hanging out with chat, making happy little mistakes, trying to make something good to eat for my lunch because I eat it for lunch. Try not to throw no food away. So we're going to try this. Oh, somebody's chatting. Yeah, well, I got to eat more vegetables. The doctor said I'm trying to lose weight. My medication, my lithium, makes me gain weight. It messes with my thyroid and stuff, my other hormones, and I don't burn the calories off the way I'm supposed to. So trying to eat healthier, it's a must. And then my risperidone, my antipsychotic for my bipolar, um, doesn't makes my cholesterol higher. So it does. My body can't get rid of all the cholesterol. I take a cholesterol pill for it, but it's really hard. My cholesterol is in pretty good shape, but I got to make sure, I don't eat a whole bunch of fried fatty foods like I did over the holidays. I'm paying for it now. So we're going to see what we can do here. All right. The instructions say wash hands. We'll go ahead and do that since I've been out and about. Wash my hands as per the government. I got these recipes off the USDA website for healthy living, and it's very cost effective. I used to watch a TV show. What was the name of that show? Anyway, that or he had a whole bunch of low cost meals that he made for the audience that were really, really good. He was a great guy. He was a great chef. He was a chef. Did a great job. All right, wash and chop vegetables. Steamed broccoli in microwave. Okay, wash and chop vegetables. Store ranch dressing and cream cheese and chill. All right. We want 4 tablespoons of low fat cream cheese. This isn't as firm as the regular stuff. Now I try to do dishes as I go. It makes a lot of noise and stuff, but it makes my cleanup after the show relaxing and I can finish my lunch. Yes, I'm trying to do the physical health thing. I do make some good stuff every once in a while. And we said 4 tablespoons of low fat cream cheese. 4 tablespoons. And I am a big Destiny fan. I play I main is what I think they call it nowadays. I main Destiny 2. I love that game. I love it. I've been playing it since the Witch Queen. I played D1. I just played around and didn't know what was going on. But I played Destiny 2 during the week. We just figured to change it up. My mod was like, you got to change up some games. Get a little break in there from Destiny, buddy. I was like, you're absolutely right, bud. Let me do that. Change your pace. It's good for the mind. 1/3 of a tablespoon. I was into my Warlock and I was having some fun, but I went back to my Titan. I really enjoyed my Titan. So I main a Titan with a Warlock backup. I do like my Warlock. The Hunter, oh, I'm sorry, my brother-in-law James, who plays on Thursday nights on game night with family and friends. He plays a Hunter. He loves that Hunter. All right, what are we doing? A third a tablespoon of ranch dressing. 1 teaspoon. That is extra high this week. I need to get some cord extensions off Amazon. A teaspoon, yep, teaspoon. Oh my. You do play Call? I used to play Call of Duty Modern Warfare back in 2007, 2006 with a whole bunch of ex-military people and friends, and we used to clean house every day, every weekend, all the time. We were very respectful. We didn't get into the trash talk in the lobbies. Cagmo liked to talk a little. He's from Michigan. He liked to talk a little trash talk. We all stayed polite and professional in the lobbies while everybody was going to town, calling everybody every name in the book and acting all kinds of crazy. I had one hell of a good time with that crew. There's about 15 or 20 of us. There were so many of us we couldn't fit in the uh, team versus team lobby on a private match. We couldn't team. We had too many people. And that was good times. Good times. We got really close. So there were a bunch of us who really got along with each other. Good old days, the good old days. There's the Xbox. I've been on Xbox for like 20 years. We had a bunch of Brits, 3 or 4 Brits that were on the team. They lagged bad, but we all played. They played, snipers and everything else. It was a good time. Play that from the time I got home from work to the weekends. And I worked long days. They'd want to play. I'd get in as soon as I turn on my Xbox. I'd have 20 invites. Come on, let's play. I just worked like 16 hours. I want a beer. All right. So we did that. Wash and chop vegetables. Okay. 1 cup of broccoli chopped. This monster big deal broccoli. These will be good later. I think broccoli's got protein in it. I don't know. So I thought I read that somewhere. It's good for you. It's good for you. My doctors will be proud. And the why I paused and hesitated. I've lived here for 2 years. Did a bunch of construction work to open up a lot of spots in the house, through the floors and everything else. And I have not sealed in here by the brand new hot water heater and all the new plumbing that was in the new water heater. And I swore when I was standing here, a little brown mouse shot around the corner from the water heater and shot around the back behind this. That's why I keep looking over there. He would love the broccoli. It's a blizzard out there. That all these animals are coming in. I wonder if poor Brave the horse down Parents Farm's doing all right. I didn't know that. Yes, broccoli. I like. It took me a long time, but I like broccoli. I like broccoli with ranch when it's crunchy, or lots of butters when it's baked, and salt and pepper. Probably contradictory to the good part of it. So you're saying broccoli farm should be a good investment to feed the people of the world of the future because they can't grow it in labs. Invest in broccoli farms, guys. We're gonna do this kind of a lucky pot kind of try to keep everything separated. All right, that's broccoli. Quarter cup of carrot peeled. The carrot's gonna be easy. Paid an extra 25 cents or 50 cents. Quarter cup of broccoli. I just put a cup in. Boy, I misread that. It needs 8. Make some room over here. That smells like broccoli. Some of the pieces of broccoli a little soggy. They're gotta get this gotta get ate next day or two. This needs picked out a little bit too. It's been sitting in the fridge. Yo 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 dog. Try not to get strung out on wires here. All right, what are we doing next? Zucchini cut into thin strips, small strips. All right. Organic, of course. That's why it was so expensive. Nice and firm. Stuff that's in the fridge is not so firm. All right. Kept it yellow. This sounds like interesting thoughts. I didn't like broccoli when I was growing up. We were poor too. Find a good meal was mom and dad had to work for it. Get like a roast or something like that. I didn't like roast because the way it was seasoned, the way it tasted. Dad would get so mad at me. He's my stepfather. Good, hard-working man. Honest as the day is long. Ex-Air Force. Taught me valuing morals, ethics, principles. My mom did too. By the end of a paddle, But it did me good in sales. I had a lot of sales. People wanted me to work for them, being honest. I hear something sound like water tinkling, and it driving me bananas. And it's the sleet hitting the windows in this quiet house today. Thank you. I hope you have a nice day too. Oh, oh 08 Chase, oh 08 Chase. I hope you have a beautiful day. Thanks for being here. Thanks for the follow too. Thanks for the follow. So appreciate it. You have a safe day out there. It's awfully wizard or blizzardy out there. Half a tomato diced. It's gonna have to get 8. Put some of this stuff away and clean my mess up. Up, I didn't get the green pepper. Put one of these on. I had pizza the last 2 days, so I made some pizza and homemade pizza. So I cut up a green pepper into two halves. I came with two pizzas, and I got a red onion, and I put some garlic, fresh garlic, in the first pizza I'd made for the other day. Today is Sunday, so Friday, and I baked it in the oven. Did what I was supposed to do. It was not the best pizza in the world, so I ended up yesterday getting a little pan out, throwing my green peppers into it, throwing my onions into it. I skipped the garlic and fried them all up with a little bit of vegetable oil. Then put them on the pizza after that. It was very good, very good, very good. Could have been hallucinating because I don't see Mr. Mouse Man. Could have snuck around though. It's gonna be monster tortillas. Steamed broccoli in microwave 1 minute. It's gonna be crunchy. Chill. Quiet day. You ain't get the frying, the whopping, and the chopping. Going in this Trish's route. We'll fry up some hamburger. That'll make up for it. That ice is really coming out now, guys. All right. Can you still see? We're doing good on the cameras today. I think I got an idea. The idea is working out. All right, gotta get a knife to spread the cream cheese and ranch combo. What's that Selena Gomez song? People You Knew. Reminds me of that when I was talking to that individual earlier about all my buddies that were on Call of Duty, Modern Warfare, and Rainbow Six Vegas, and we played it up. We played it up. That's a green pepper. Those are a little thick. That's good. A little bit of carrots. Supposed to steam the broccoli. We'll do crunchy broccoli. Let's get ranch in there. That needs to go back in the refrigerator. Now, poke these with a. Where did I put my toothpicks? That sounds horrible out there, guys. Dark night. It was dark for a long time this morning. Set for an hour. Time check. 9:07 Eastern Standard Time. All right. Clean up the mess. Oh, gotta put some chives on there. Never put no chives on there. It was $3 for the chives. Oh well. It wasn't fresh chives anyway. Let's get the rag out again. The next cooking stream I have, which will be next month, I'd have to look it up on my laptop. If you give me a minute, I can find out. All right. I have garden barley soup, nice and healthy, and grilled cheese with peaches. I thought would be interesting. The barley's got tomatoes in it, so 8 slices of whole grain bread, can of peaches, sliced reduced cheddar cheese, 8-ounce bag of spinach, 4 teaspoons of vegetable oil. And the garden Bailey soup, 46 US fluid ounces of juice. I got it. 1 can of beef broth. I got it. 1 cup of regular barley. Got to get it. Cup of sugar. Tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce, as James and I talked about it Thursday. 1 bay leaf. Half a teaspoon of thyme leaves, fresh, dried. 1/4 teaspoon of salt. 2 cups of zucchini. 1 medium tomato. Half a cup of green pepper. So that's what I got. Yeah, healthy, healthy, healthy. Good to do the healthy thing. Doctor said, my medical doctor said, you got to do it. You got to eat healthy. If you want to get off this shot after you get on it, if we find one that's for you, you gotta stay healthy. You'll be on the shot forever. I don't want to be on the shot forever. Don't want to do it, man. Now we spin this camera around. That's a little too much. My big belly in the picture, my Yoda belly, Buddha belly. All right. So ingredients. So we gotta make the seasoning stuff, the eating smart seasoning mix. What am I gonna put this in? That's too small. That's just right. So wash those. Excuse me, I am so sorry. All right. 1 1/4 teaspoons of black pepper. Let me turn this back around for a minute. See how easy this is? All right. Oh, there's plenty in there. 1 1/4 teaspoons. One teaspoon of garlic powder. Hopefully this is the one I opened. 2 tablespoons. Didn't need the black pepper. We had plenty. That sounded horrible out there. Scary, guys. Sound like just nothing but straight up sleet. Sounds scary. All right. 2 tablespoons dried parsley flakes. That ate that up fast, didn't it? 3/4 cup of dried minced onion. I have to wash that. I have to wash that. We're actually doing really good on dishes this morning. 3/4 of a cup. Half. Half. Nose. Should have been 1/4. All right. I filled that up. Good thing I didn't get that other smaller one. Use half of that. That's a lot of stuff. All right. I need some water, guys. Need a new tissue for my nose. I ran out of stuff. I think I've mentioned that. And I didn't go. I got lazy. I didn't want to go out. I was like, I'll be all right. Here I am. Nose run off my face. Crunchy vegetables. All right. There's that. I'm going to get a drink of water. Sorry about that. Oh, the weather warning. I hear it bouncing off the windows. It sounds horrible. What am I doing? That was a brain freeze. Always check your data cans. I bought for, I don't know, a year. I was going to Walmart until they finally had enough of them. And I'd go through the Jackson City Walmart on a speed run, trying to do a speed run. And I'd go through each and every aisle. I'd get a lot of exercise. And turn back around from there. I'd go through and pick my stuff for, I had a list and I picked out the stuff I wanted to buy. And I'd go through and a third of it be expired. So one time I got robbed of a whole bunch of money coming home. And I found out then some action, some action. So from there, I wised up to it after a couple times. One, I just thought it was me. Two, the second time, I was like, oh, this ain't right. And I never thought of returning it. So I started going through and checking. It just slowed me down. I started going through and checking every single thing that I was going to buy on the expiration date. And if it was expired, I drop it beside the shelf on the floor. And there was a trail through the whole store where I'd been because I'd go through every aisle and pick my stuff. This one money went a lot farther, and I was buying a giant grocery cart of food, and pissed me off. Really did piss me off. And they had one person going behind me and watching me drop it all off. On that, did I forget something? 2 cups of non-fat dried milk. Even after all that, that it was not the end of my grocery running at Walmart. I ended up one day I was eating vegetables, tomatoes, and all that kind of stuff, and I was buying them for sandwiches when lunch meat wasn't $1.6 million a freaking uh, pound. So I was buying stuff, and I got up to the cash register, and this young lady said, "Hey, how you doing? I hope you're doing all right today." I was being real nice and pleasant, and I was medicated, and she didn't say nothing to me. And she went to check my tomatoes and stuck her arm out, and from 4 foot, 3 foot off the grocery cart, She dropped my tomatoes in the bag. The lady behind me stopped putting stuff on the conveyor belt and backed up from me because my face turned so red and I was gonna go off. I didn't. I kept my cool. But that was the last time I went to Walmart. That seems like a lot. Pardon me. So I go to Walmart every once in a while, pick up some like fertilizer or some bricks or something, but I don't buy much groceries from them anymore. Because the girl freaking threw my fucking tomatoes into the freaking grocery bag. She was like this. She had the grocery bag was way down here and she dropped it. And she smiled at me. The USDA. This is the USDA here, people. 100%. All right. Fix that problem. 1.5 cups of water. Uh, 1 cup of macaroni uncooked. All right. Okay. Half a cup of shredded cheese. All right, I hear you. Struggle meals. That's what that guy did on that show. It was called Struggle Meals, not Value Meals. I'm calling mine Value Meals. I think his is copyrighted. I think McDonald's are copyrighted too. It says half eating seasoning mix. I think that's more than what's in there. We're going to go cautious and not quite half. Pretty simple, straightforward. Beefy mac. Gets kind of moving kind of quick. I need to clean the water. Hamburger helper. That's what I was thinking. Doesn't need this. There's a little bubble. And what I think I was saying, but I got distracted. It is good to set everything out beforehand, get it all out. So if you miss putting something in after you've read the recipe, you say, "What's that powdered milk sitting on the counter? That's supposed to go in something." Change the rags out. These rags are pretty rough. More laundry to do. For a single guy, they don't terrorize a whole lot of stuff very often. I do get under the house and work on it and do some stuff like that. Do some stuff in the yard, mowing the grass and all that kind of stuff. Spraying weed killer and just the regular upkeep of owning your own home. The point is, I seem to go through a lot of laundry. And I don't know about everybody else's water bill, but my water and sewage bill is going up and up and up and up. I even turned off the double rinse on the washing machine, try to help save some. Electric is outrageous. Electric is outrageous. I don't know what I'm going to use that for. Gotta go up with a seasoning. All right. I hear bubbling. I hear lots of bubbling. Turn down that. Turn that down just there. We're doing the 20 minutes simmeroo. Ooh, never hurts to cook that pasta a little extra. It says after that, remove from heat. Add to half a cup of grated cheese. I like me some cheese a little bit more than that. And a little bit of salt this time. I told you you can put salt in it. Done and dusted, guys. Done and dusted. Now we just gotta wait and see what it tastes like. That ought to be all right to simmer there for a minute. I'm gonna take my mic off, guys. I'm gonna take my apron off. I'm gonna use the restroom real quick, and I'll be back. All right, guys, find my apron. Woo! I am cooking. I'm cooking here, but I am cooking. All right. Get some ice. Cover your ears. All right. A little bit of cold water. I need to stir that. It's hot. Looks pretty good. I don't think it said put a lid on it, but I did. All right. Now let's see what the end of the world has to say. Triangle, emergency, emergency. Extreme cold watch, that's for sure. What does it say? Extreme cold watch. Extreme cold watch in effect from Monday evening through Tuesday morning. What possibly cold chills as low as 18 below zero possible? Where portions of northeast Kentucky, southeast Ohio, southwest Virginia, central, northern, southeast, southern, and western West Virginia. I guess they needed a road map for that one. When from Monday evening to Tuesday, I seen all the way till Friday. Friday is what I saw. Let's see what else is on here. All right, let's go somewhere else. Extreme cold winter storm warning. Winter storm warning remains in effect until 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time Monday. What? Heavy mixed precipitation, additional snow, sleet. I've been hearing the sleet. Accumulation between 5 and 10 inches. Ice accumulation around 1/4 of an inch out over here in southeast Ohio. Where portions of northeast Kentucky, southeast Ohio, and central, northern, southern, western West Virginia. Why do they do that? Wind until 7 a.m. Monday. Impacts: power outages, damage to ice, da 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 da, dark and night. There you go, guys. That's my weather. Chill out inside the house, eating the good yummies I cooked today. Gonna get the next 3 days off. Don't have a doctor's appointment. Don't have nothing. Taking a break until the 5th of February. Then I got my pulmonologist on the 5th. Then I go through a whole bunch more doctors. My reprieve. See, not this week. The week after, I have therapy on Wednesday. I go see my psychiatrist in 2 months. That's going to be coming up. Let's see what else. My medical doctor. See the psychiatrist. I was looking at her picture. I can't see the date, but I see that it's after my psychiatrist appointment is after my medical doctor. So I have to see about that. So what else is happening, guys? You surviving out there? You doing all right? You're holding in there? You taking it easy? Plotting ways to get off work on Monday tomorrow? Oh, it's too cold. Oh, it's the end of the world. I cannot see coming into work. And that's who you few last stragglers of the work at home people will have to work. All my internet's out. The ice took the internet. I can hear you. Go have to work. Gotta get the phone. We gotta take pictures today. I didn't take pictures last week from my parents. They missed them. So what did you cook? Oh, some yummies. All right. We're doing good. Let's see what's going on over here. I haven't seen my sister come in a while. I had to give her a hard time. She's working on Sundays. Still give her a hard time. 5 minutes. I'm ready for a nap. I got up at 11 o'clock last night. I'm worn out. There's a breathing thing last night. I had a hard time breathing. I don't know, the air is too dry in the house or what. I'm rebreathing all this here all by myself for like the last week. You get quiet and calm, waiting for the food. Kind of like waiting for dawn. Last 2 hours of wait for dawn is the coldest, most exhausting time of the night. The the hour or two before, just before dawn. That comes from somebody working night shift, 12-hour night shifts. The wait, yes sir, the wait. We got 2 minutes according to this, but I'm gonna taste test the macaroni and make sure it's done before I take it off there. That's some stubborn stuff to cook. I don't know why, but it doesn't want to cook normally. All right, we'll check it. We'll check it. The goulash. They said we can use salt. Mm, it's done. You can't see that. Watching the calories, that's for sure. Now let's put a little Himalaya salt on that. 10 o'clock. It's been an hour for the wraps. That's a lot of food. It's enough to fill up a working man. All them vegetables. Let's get this off the heat. Check it out. You see me feed my face too. Get a picture. That's an ugly looking spoon with a bunch of stuff on it. Smells good, guys. I never told you how it smelled. It smells pretty good for all that seasoning that we put in it. All right. Where's my water? You know what we got to do, guys? Well, thank you, Dan. Thank you, brother. I'd give you some, but you're far away. Always welcome at my table, brother. Always welcome. Thank you, Jesus, for this food. Being safe, being protected, having power in this blizzard of 2026, and good food to have and good friends. Amen. All right. Let's chow down. Oh, the beefy mac's pretty good. That's very good. I like it. That'd be good leftovers. That'd be good leftovers. Oh, I liked it a lot. That was very good. All the seasonings and everything else with the milk powder. Just gave it that beefy stroganoff kind of taste to it. Had tomatoes in it, threw it off a little bit, but it's kind of like that. All right. See the broccoli that I should have steamed. Full cream cheese would have been better, but it's got that vegetable taste to it. Well, guys, it has been great to hang out with you on a Sunday. Those vegetable crunchy wraps, you get the vegetable kicking big time. The cream cheese and ranch makes it feel like you're dipping into something. The wheat tortilla, perfect for it. Skip the flour, go for the wheat. And see what else. It is crunchy. It is some serious crunchy going on in there, even after sitting in the fridge for an hour and sitting in my fridge for 2 weeks. Still got some major crispy going on. So it was a great meal. My favorite was the beefy mac. It just had that beef stroganoff kind of taste to it with some tomatoes and good mellow seasoning. The minced onions were real good with it. I enjoyed it. It was very good. Please try it home. Surprise your partner, your wifey, or your girlfriend, or your boyfriend, whatever you want to do. It's a meal well worth serving up to them. It passes the test. It's cheap. All those ingredients were very cheap, a value meal. You get a lot of bang out of it. I will be this meal will stick to my ribs the rest of the day, and I will eat something late this evening. I'll eat some more of this. So, guys, be careful out there in this blizzard. It is a blizzard. The ice is coming now. It's coming in Ohio. It's been tinking off the windows all morning as we run this show down, and it makes me nervous. Then we're going to have sub-zero, 18 below temperatures Monday, and it is going to be cold. So make sure you cover up. You do what you have to. Look it up on the net. If your house cannot maintain the set point, let's say 65, start thinking about taking sheets and stuff and blankets and closing off rooms that don't have water in them. It's like most of my house has got plumbing in it except for the office. This room's got plumbing in it. The bathroom, of course, and this little cabinet area has got plumbing in it. The bathroom in the back bedroom, the master bedroom, it's not that big. It's got the shower stuff in there. So everything for the shower runs through that. So I got to keep my whole house opened up. But I did. I have some nice heavy duty bed sheets. They were like comforter kind of bed sheets. They're really heavy duty. And I put those up against the door, the front and back door. I rolled up old, funky towels. I rolled them up. I got a screen door on the front door, and in between the steel door and the screen door, I put one of those towels in there, and I closed it. Then I put another towel on the inside of it, and then I put that blanket on it. I had a little bit of a breeze. I needed to do some weather stripping, but I can't do that now. So it's helped tremendously. Also, I have plants. I have Mrs. Ivy that's in the living room that sits beside me, takes up half the window, three-quarters of the window, and she's in there just glorifying the sun. And I have Mr. Jade and Mr. Injured Aloe in the game room or the office. So I asked my mom, I said, how many days can I go and keep the blinds and the windows and the light off of these things, or is it going to hurt my little plant buddies? She said, as long as they're warm, don't let them get cold. So it'll last the weekend. So I shut all the windows, shut all the blinds. I am dark at night inside the house here, but it is much warmer than it usually is. I got the heat turned down and I am warm. So start thinking about things to conserve energy, to turn back around from there to keep your house a little bit warmer. Maybe you get some gaps. You get an older house, you get something going on, older apartment. Think about it. There's a ton of stuff on the internet. So check it out, check it out, check it out, and be safe out there. I love all you guys through the VODs, through the everything, through the YouTube. Thank you, YouTube out there, you guys. I love you. The VOD on Twitch, thank you, and everybody watching. I appreciate you. I really appreciate you. And I'm going to take a nice long break. I'm going to come back and put the food away, and I'm going to eat my lunch, and I'm going to watch some Twitch. Find somebody on. I think Violet's going to be on for her games to give today. So Violet Shade. So check her out. I don't know when her time is. It's going to be coming up fairly soon. So support her. She's one of the women in gaming. It's Violet Shade, It's Chantel, and Ilsa. And I think 35 P. Raymond is going to get in that club. Nice group of women looking out for each other. There's a lot of women haters out there and a lot of abusers, and they're looking out for each other. So you look out for them too. Don't put up with that crap and take care of yourselves. And I will see you for a doubleheader game night with family and friends Thursday night and the regular show on Thursday. Take care, and I'll see you then. Okay, Dan, I'll start that up. I gotta tear everything down and everything else. So just give me a little bit of time. I got to move the cameras and put everything away and move it into the bedroom. But I can do that for you since you're doing a great job on top of everything else. So give me a little bit of time, brother. See you guys.